Hey guys, if you don't know me, my name is Bob, and I get to be one of the pastors here at Mount Tabor. In this video, we are going to go over different definitions that you may repeatedly see throughout your Safe Sanctuaries training. The first term is abuse. I know that a lot of you probably already know what this word means, but here at Mount Tabor, we consider abuse to be a non-accidental injury or pattern of injuries to a child, tween, youth, or vulnerable adult. This can include physical abuse, neglect, sexual abuse, and ritual abuse. Our second term is adult. Here at our church, we consider an adult to be any person who is 18 years old or older, and if they are out of high school. Our third term is child. We consider a child to be any person who is in between birth and the 4th grade. Our fourth term is emotional abuse. Emotional abuse is when someone expresses attitudes or behaviors toward a child, tween, youth, or vulnerable adult, and it creates serious emotional or psychological damage. Our fifth term is neglect. Here, neglect is considered to be any serious disregard for a child's, tweens, youth's, or vulnerable adult supervision, health, education, care, or discipline. Our sixth term is physical abuse. At Mount Tabor, we consider physical abuse to be beating, harmful restraint, use of weapons or instruments, or any actions that result or could result in serious physical injury. Our seventh term is ritual abuse. Ritual abuse is abuse in which physical, sexual, or psychological violations of a juvenile or adult are inflicted regularly, intentionally, and in a stylized way by a person or persons responsible for the person's welfare. Our eighth term is sexual abuse. To us, sexual abuse is any sexual behavior imposed on a child, tween, youth, or vulnerable adult. Our ninth term is sexual harassment. This term is characterized by the making of unwelcome or inappropriate sexual remarks or advances in the workplace or any other professional or social situation. Our 10th term is staff. Our staff are considered to be any person who is full-time, part-time, or retained or contracted as an employee of Mount Tabor, whether they are exempt, non-exempt, or through a contract. Our 11th term is the 3 years older rule. This means that the adults that are in a supervisory role must be at least 3 years older than the oldest participant, child, tween, or youth that they are supervising. Our 12th term is gap. Do I change that there?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, let's go back to that then. So our 12th term is tween, not gap.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
I think it might be gap in the manual and we wanted to try and fix that. But
Okay, cool.
we didn't check.
All right. Our 12th term is tween. Tween is any person from the 5th through the completion of 6th grade. The tween program is shared by the Director of Youth Ministries and the Director of Children's Ministries. Our 13th term is volunteer. A volunteer is any person who performs volunteer assistance for children, tween, youth, or vulnerable adult programs and activities. Our 14th term is vulnerable adults. Vulnerable adults are considered to be anyone who is in need of special care, support, or protection due to diminished physical, mental, or emotional capacities, or at risk of abuse due to the power dynamics of a situation. Our 15th term is vulnerable adult abuse. Vulnerable adult abuse is any knowing, intentional, or negligent act by a caregiver or any other person that causes harm or serious risk of harm to an older or vulnerable adult. Some types and forms of abuse are usually physical abuse, emotional abuse, sexual abuse, financial exploitation, abandonment, and neglect. Our last term is youth. A youth is any person from the 7th grade through the completion of the summer after the 12th grade. That was a lot of terms, but I hope that all these definitions will help you in the rest of your training. Don't forget to take the quiz down below, and we will see you in the next video. Okay?
Yep, perfect.
Fine. Thanks.